Tabby. Made you wait long enough, huh? That one doesn't rattle as good as the other one, I don't think. That's a good one. Hey, Fern. Hey, Larry. And Murray. Oh, be nice, Murray. He says, nope, I'm out of here. Hey, Mr. Krabs. Nothing at all. We just got started. My apologies for the tardiness. I was being generous and inflated some bicycle tires, and my sister said she had gotten my niece this huge inflatable ball, and I severely underestimated the amount of time it was going to take to inflate it. But I finally got it done. They just don't know one another really well. He doesn't come in here very often. I don't leave the door open when I do this a lot, so he was feeling brave, and Stella said no. No, thank you. Hey, Carmel. If I didn't say hello already. My brain is scrambled. Just too much stuff going on to keep up with what I'm doing. Hello, Wilson. Hello, Wilson. Tabby, why do you even want to come in here if you're going to get upset with them? This is where they live. I know it's where you used to live, but you have run of the whole house now. Yeah, you do. Stella just pretty much ignores him now. Stop it, you. See, I don't care about Tabby. Tabby is whatever. Yeah, I think he's been in here enough to where she knows he's not a threat. I mean, she still might hiss at him once in a while, but it's not the yowling and first standing up and all that stuff like she does with some of the others. Isn't that right? Wilson's chilling out. I don't know what that is. It hit the window. Wilson heard it. Stella heard it. Probably just a bug hitting the glass. The lights in here are pretty bright, so it's probably attracting all the bugs. Hey, Lynette. We're running late, but isn't that normal for me now? I'm always running late, it seems like. Where are you going, Stella? I can't let you get too brave and go out there. There's a Mabel out there, and it might not go too smoothly. I think it's just Mabel, Tabby, and Murray that are out right now. The rest are in the bedroom. Can I have it back? That's right. You're in a completely different time zone. No, I was just trying to help my sister and my niece inflate some things. And the first inflation device I was using was just, it's great for tires, but it wasn't great for a, I think she said 40-inch diameter ball. It was huge. I don't know what they're going to do with it, but it's inflated now. I'm going to scoot you a little closer to me, Wilson, so I can actually pet you while he's retrieving things. Crab hockey? I don't know if I'm familiar with that. Oh man, excuse me. Good catch, Hank. Good catch. And this guy has been on his worst behavior at dinner time the past 2 days. I've had to struggle to keep him out of Hank's dish. He's not pudgy the least bit, but I feel like we're giving him plenty of food. I mean, he gets as much as the big cats. So he's not starving, unless you have a tapeworm or something. I don't think you have any worms. Yeah, he's a handful. He'll let me kind of hold him for a second, or well, more than a second, a few seconds, and then he gets all squirmy and says, "Let me go." But I like how they all sing when you bring the food in here, all in unison. Hey, Aaron. He is. And I don't know if he'll ever get out of that habit either. Usually once they're that way, that's just how they are. Stella loves her food, but she's not that food obsessed. She'll let Wilson push her out of the way if I don't stop him. Oh, hang on. He wants a mouse. He can have one of the white ones. Stella, where are you going? Oh, bathroom break. Okay. I don't know what he's done with the rest of his gray mice. I could not find any of them. There's probably one underneath something. I looked under the desk. They're not under there. So unless they're in one of these things, I didn't look in both of those. or back here somewhere in a corner. I don't know. I just grabbed him 2 new ones out of the box, though. We still have a few extra, quite a few extra, actually. Oh man, sorry I keep yawning. I've been tired all day. Aaron, do you have any pill pockets? Where are you going, Wilson? Yeah, I'll have to check behind the printer. We found that the pill pockets are a lifesaver when it comes to giving pills to our cats. No, I don't see any around the printer. Oh, that's no good. That's a possibility. Maybe you could just crush it into a powder and sprinkle it on her food. Assuming it's a pill that can be crushed and not like a tablet or something. Hey, Dawn. Oh. Well, she's just trying to make it difficult on you, I guess. Well, when it's come to having to pill the cats and the dogs, I let Melanie handle that. But she just kind of pries their mouth open and puts the pill in the back, towards the back of their tongue, closes their mouth, holds it closed, and then just blows into their nostrils so they swallow. And it works. I don't know, I have a hard time doing it. Yeah, that's a good idea, Larry. Just something to disguise it a little bit. I think Hank or Wilson might have gone on a little bit of an adventure. Wilson. Normally Hank that goes out. Wilson, where'd you go? Okay. Just because I don't want Wilson to get underneath the couch or something and not be able to get him out. I'll be right back. There he is. He was in the hallway. He just had to hear a sound and he came running. Are you tired now, Hank? Have I worn you out? Who's out there now, Stella? It's just Tabby. You know Tabby. Tabby doesn't bother you. Yeah, I think Hank says it's break time. Yeah, he's gotten to where he prefers to just lay right there most of the time. He will come in every now and then, but if the door is open, he'll typically lay right there. Wilson. What time is it? Yeah, I'll probably have to end at 9:17 by that clock. By 9:30, I probably need to sign off. I have to do a little bit of background checks on a potential foster, and hopefully it'll be a quick one and everything will check out and she can take some kittens tomorrow. Another of our fosters just took in 4 more last night. We got the lady that runs the rescue got a message this morning about a kitten that they thought had been hit by a car this morning. As it turns out, it had not been hit by a car, but somehow had crawled up under the hood of the car and was around the motor, and I guess it fell out and kind of rolled. But the vet said, this lad. The vet's, his whiskers were singed, but there were no breaks or anything, a little bruised. But we don't even have to look for him a home adopting him. So, the street from a moving vehicle to ever happen to that kitten. And now Mr. Hank is exploring. Less worried about Hank because he seems to do all right out there. But I keep going back in my mind to the time that we tried to take this one to PetSmart when they were at the office. Is it better now or is it still awful? It seems a little better on my end now. Well, and I just heard a sound that I need to go investigate as soon as I'm talking about how confident I am with Hank. So 1 second and I'll be right back. What are you doing, Hank? So yeah, Hank is pleading his case to live here forever, I think. I don't know that he's going to win that argument, but he explores the house and he's pretty fearless about it. Mabel is out there and night, Dawn. But Mabel was right by the door where the litter boxes are, and he just walked past her pretty confidently. It's like, whatever. Just doing my thing. I don't know who you are. Gosh. I hope this works. I'm going to reset. If it doesn't, I hope it. Ridiculous here. Oh, I was about to say, did Wilson go out? It's a little better now. You guys forgive me for interrupting conversation and such, but I know it's very annoying when it's so laggy. So I'm gonna hopefully I'll be starting a new stream right after. So you guys sit tight for just a minute. I think it worked. We're back. There goes Wilson. Hank is already out there somewhere. Wilson. Doesn't make for a very entertaining close-up when they all go away. That look on her face, she's like, where are you going? Can't believe you're going out there. Wilson. Oh, there he goes. I hope we don't have to pull him out from under a couch in a minute. Wilson. Maybe I can lure Hank back and Wilson will come too. Nope. Hank says, I don't care about the mouse right now. I'm busy. What's out there, Wilson? Strange things. Different smells. Unfamiliar cats. Tabby, hush. I'm doing my best to keep an eye on the clock. I mean, I'm okay if I run a little over, but try not to go too long because, like I said, I've got to get this check done and let them know one way or the other if she can pick up Kittens in the morning. Thank you, Larry. I'm squinting to see the clock on the top of the computer screen. I mean, I don't have to clock in or anything. I just don't want to wait too late in case I have to jump through some hurdles to get my information. Sometimes they're easy and sometimes they're pretty difficult. Are we frozen? Crap. Can you guys still hear me? Because I just picked up my phone and I was moving it around and I'm still seeing Stella sitting in the same place. Okay, I'm going to reset one more time. We'll see if this works. I'll be right back. All right, round 3. Do any of you guys like turnip greens? I know that's a random question, but there's a reason why I ask. It's probably a southern thing, but I love them. But I put like pepper sauce, which is basically jalapenos that are canned with vinegar, pickled jalapeno sauce, in essence. I love it, but I have the worst heartburn right now. It's killing me. I love spicy things in general, but unfortunately spicy things don't always love me. Hello, Wilson. Oh, it does. Look at Stella. I almost missed her. Slowly creeping out there. Where are you going, Stella? Where are you going? Yeah, I'm gonna have to, if she goes much further, I'm gonna have to get up and kind of police the situation, because I'll be right back. I don't know where Mabel is. That's my only concern. Where are you going, Stella? I'm not trying to spook you back in here. Hello, Stella. I wasn't trying to run you back in here. I just wanted to make sure Mabel wasn't waiting to pounce on you. And Hank is in the living room, bouncing around from place to place. I will have to corral him in a minute. What monkey? I don't know what Tabby just did. Yeah, we'll, as long as we're here this weekend, I'm going to try to get out and metal detect a little bit this weekend. I didn't go at all last weekend, and I don't think I went out very long, maybe just a couple of hours the weekend before that. I was inundated with cat and kitten chores last weekend, but anytime that I'm here, I may just start leaving that door open and let them come out if they want, unless there's a skirmish somewhere and I need to keep them separated. But so far so good. Murray was laying on the back of the couch watching Hank, but was not showing any aggression towards him. I don't know where Mabel is at the moment, but as I said earlier, he walked right past her and she didn't seem to mind. But maybe if we do that, when and if Stella and Hank are adopted, they won't be so reluctant to come out and explore. Maybe they'll be a little more open to the idea. Wilson says, I want to go back out there, but I'm not too sure. Not too sure about it right now. No, I don't think he does either. And I would really hate to see him go, but if he's going to stay here, and I'm not committing to that one way or the other, if he does stay here, he's got to get socialized eventually. Same with this one, who I feel like is staying here for sure, but he still runs from Melanie sometimes. I'm not really sure why. But certain things just trigger him, and he goes and hides in his tunnel back there in the corner. I would love for them to, but it's just, we need more house for the number of cats that we have. Where'd you go, Wilson? Are you still behind me? Are you trying to hide? Well, maybe that's it. I'm not sure. But the one thing that really concerns me is we need quite a few things done to the house before we can put it up for sale. I mean, and this is not happening next week or next month or anything. This will be a gradual process. Hey, Connie. Hey, Susan. But my dilemma is, what do we do with all the cats while we're trying to work on the house? It may not be necessary, but I kind of want, we have textured walls all through the house, if you can see that. And you can see where something was patched right there at one point before we moved in, but I want to skim coat these walls and smooth them out. So I have to figure out something to do with cats. I can put some in a room together, but I can't put all of them in a room together. Susan, I will try my best. No promises. And then there's the electrical work, and we need windows done. Some plumbing work, which won't affect them because there's only one bathroom in this house. But the bathroom is going to have to be remodeled. I mean, we're going to spend several $1,000s to get this house sold, I think. And I just hope not to spend... Well, we want to move into a house that's a little bigger, Connie, and there's just some things that we have to get done before this house is going to be able to be sold. Yep. That's what I was saying. I might not skim coat the walls, but I would like to, because I don't know, maybe I have Melanie is my barometer, and I think she's a little more on the eccentric side as far as what she looks for in a house. And I'm fearful that everybody thinks the same way, so I think I gotta do this, I gotta do that, but it may not be that bad. Are they completely feral, Susan? Like you can't touch them at all? That's what we're gonna have to do too, Fern. Well, if you want to keep them, I mean, 6 months, I don't know, that may be a little too far along, but you may be able to tame them up a little bit in time, but they definitely need to be fixed. Do you have a spay and neuter clinic that will loan you a trap by chance? Or know somebody that has a TNR trap? Hey guys. Yeah, about the only thing you can do if they're feral, Susan, is if they're on a schedule. Well, there you go, Aaron. There are success stories. It just depends on what you want to do, Susan. If you want to just trap them and have them fixed and let them go, I would say if they're on a schedule of feeding and you know about when they're normally around, maybe withhold the food for a little bit and make sure they're really hungry so they're not as reluctant about the trap. Either way, it sounds like you're going to have to trap them, and you're probably going to have a much easier time trying to tame them once they're trapped and can be in a confined environment and get used to you and all of that. So it's inevitable you're going to have to set a trap for them. But yeah, maybe just withhold food for a couple hours longer than you normally would so they're really hungry. And hopefully they'll walk right in the trap. When I trapped Stumpy and when I trapped Clara, they were both pregnant, but I don't really know. I don't have a good answer for that, Susan. It's possible that you could get two at once, but I just can't say. I don't think it would hurt to have multiple traps out if you have that ability, but I cannot promise that you'll get two. Bingo. That's what I was thinking too, Aaron. I'm actually supposed to, through pause, I think they're gonna arrange the TNR. They do a course on TNR, and once you get certified, you can go to the spay and neuter clinic anytime, and they'll loan you traps, as many and as often as you like. So I'm supposed to do that soon. When will I have time to do it? The actual trapping, I don't know yet, but at least I'll be certified and have the ability when the need arises. Am I zoomed in? Yeah, I'm zoomed in a little bit. Yeah, and another thing, Susan, is make sure you don't feed them, like with our clinic here, the spay and neuter clinic here, you have to drop them off, I think, like 7 in the morning, and they can't have anything to eat or drink after midnight. So make sure when you have the traps out that they don't have so much food in there that they can eat it and then stay in the trap and then eat more after midnight and all that. So just enough food to trap them is probably ideal. And the best kind of traps open on both sides and have a divider in the middle so you can kind of slide things in and out without getting scratched or letting them get loose. I think it's also good to have puppy pads to put in the bottom so when they use the bathroom, they'll just go on the pad and you can change the pads out as needed. Like I said, if it's got the divider in it, you just kind of shoo them to the other side, put the divider in, and then open it up, slide the pads out, put some new ones in, and then you can take the divider back out. But I'm speaking from what other people have told me. I'm not an expert in TNR by no stretch of the imagination. But hopefully the course will help, and I'll know how it all works. Hey, Wilson, you want the mouse? This. I guess Hank has made himself at home out there. Yeah, Larry, I was just looking at the clock and thinking I need to go. But yeah, just do some internet searches, Susan. I'm sure there's a lot of information out there that is probably more helpful than I can be, seeing as how the only cats I've trapped are pregnant ones that are still around. So, but yeah, I feel like 6 months is probably young enough that you could tame them up a little bit. They might not ever be lap cats, but who knows? If you've got an orange one, anything's possible. But yeah, I've got to wind it down. I got to run some background on a person before I can feed everybody and make the coffee and go to bed. So that happens a lot, Susan. But anyway, tomorrow, I think I need to mow my grass tomorrow afternoon, but hopefully I don't have any more giant balls that I have to inflate for my niece, or bicycle tires to inflate, or anything like that, and it won't be 10 o'clock on the East Coast again when I get this started. I got home in plenty of time to start when I said I needed to start, and then had to run across the street and help do that. So we'll end there tonight, and I will try to do better tomorrow. It's been hectic, so you guys bear with me. I'm sorry. I'll try to get better at this. But yeah, Susan, just do some internet searching, and I'm sure you'll find a ton of information on it. But thank you guys. I appreciate you all, and thank you for your patience when I run late all the time. And we'll do it again sometime tomorrow. But I hope you all have a good day, good night, whatever time it is, wherever you are. And we'll see you tomorrow.